Hey, this your boy Belly. Welcome back to the channel. And I'm just gonna be honest. This is one of the craziest, cringiest, most insane like video clips I've ever seen. Um, this is a display of severe mental illness. I don't know why we don't decide to get these people help instead of feeding into it and promoting it as if it's normal. And I just really don't have words for this type of shit, man. You have to check it out for yourself. Let's get into it.
Hi.
Hello.
Blossom. She, her, hers powerhouse.
Blossom Powerhouse, lovely to meet you.
Yes.
Now this is the topic is transgenderism should be eradicated from public life entirety. I think this is a discussion. It's just a discussion.
Go ahead. I want to know your ideology around transgenderism, something that doesn't exist. It just sounds more like conservative propaganda. So I kind of want to know a little bit more about what you're trying to communicate.
Okay, I think for all of history everywhere, people have understood the human person to have something to do with his body. So like your body has something to do with who you are. Now there is an alternative view, which is called Gnosticism. It's a view that our bodies don't really have anything to do with who we are, that the body is maybe even evil, and that our true selves have no connection to our bodies. And I see in the transgender ideology a kind of Gnosticism that says that you could look like a man, you could have a man's genetics, you could have a man's genitals, you could have a man's everything. But if you feel on some deep level that you're really a woman, then you are really a woman. And I don't think that's true. And I think that the social effects of that are really bad because it leads to the depriving women of their legitimate rights. In some cases, it leads to rapes, notably in the last few years. And it also...
Especially in the prison system, they've been sending men who just identify as women. You don't even have to get no sex change. You don't have to do nothing. You go to prison and say you're a woman, they putting them in women prisons and they raping the women, getting the women pregnant. Like it's women serving life sentences coming up pregnant. But it's not a problem to these people. Like,
also leads to women losing their sports competitions and their scholarships, and it's just disordered and false. And it also leads to more people adopting this identity, which leads to very high rates of anxiety, depression, and suicide. So it's bad for everyone, and it's not grounded in reality.
Oh, I don't even think you understand what you say sometimes. I don't think you even understand what you say, because when we talk about these rape cases of women in the restroom, they're coming from cis men like you. So let's be very clear where it's coming from.
No, that's not true. In 2021,
excuse me, do not interrupt a black
well, I'm just trying to correct you. Well, I would never interrupt a black woman.
No, thank you.
You made a...
This dude just said, do not interrupt a black trans woman when she's speaking. What the fuck does that even mean? Do these people have public domain over society? I don't fucking get it. The entitlement is insane. The narcissism is insane, man. On a whole nother level. This shit is crazy. Like, no disrespect intended, but these people need straitjackets.
Here's the thing about me as a black trans woman. I am not a threat to cis women, and I think it is harmful that you are going around here spewing that rhetoric, weaponizing this rhetoric against trans people.
Weaponizing facts?
Transgenderism does not exist. We as trans people exist. We are 1% of the population, and there is a lot of power in the trans identity because you are sitting here spewing something to me that doesn't really
I'm not
exist.
spewing anything.
Spewing so facts is spewing hate and rhetoric. Look at the fucking point we've come to in society. We're telling the truth, and the fact is harmful, hateful rhetoric. This is what happens when society pushes the shit to the forefront like it's acceptable. Then you can't even backpedal with the truth. A world that denies the truth and facts is a very dangerous world to live in. Because then, where does it stop? Or are they gonna start making murder and stuff? Something else? It's cool to murder people as long as they hurt your feelings. Is that where we going next? Like, this shit has to stop. Where's the end point?
I'm just stating facts
I
plainly.
have lived experience. You don't, and you never will. But I do have a question.
I have
for
lived
you.
experience.
What if one of your
I'm alive.
What if one of your kids came out as trans? How would you
God
react
forbid.
to that?
I mean, I would obviously love my children, and I would try to do what's best for my children. And the best thing that I could do to be respectful and also to be conducive to their flourishing is to tell them the truth, which is that they're not really girls.
Oh, come on. I can't even imagine your relationship with your children. No shade.
That's
But
right.
What? He can't imagine this man raising his kids how they supposed to be. Like, how is it helpful to tell your son that he's a girl when he's not, and he has to go out here and live in the world of people who don't give a shit to play his game? Then what are you gonna do? People gonna pick at him. People gonna do all type of shit that leads to depression and suicide. So why would lying to your kid ever be a good thing? I don't even lie to my kids about holidays. I make it understandable. I don't even lie to them about holidays. Do you think I'm gonna tell them that Santa Claus is buying all they shit when, you know, me and his mom been working hard all year? Like, me and their mom been working hard all year, and grandparents and stuff that buy them stuff, like, just haven't done anything? Like, no. I tell my kids like this, man, we pay Santa to bring that stuff. So you mess that up, hey, I'll make that call. He won't bring shit. But, like, come on, man. Like, how is lying helpful in any type of way? You can't do anything with a lie, but you can always cash out on the truth.
Right. That was a great
I just
relationship.
cannot even imagine that. But here's the reality. We exist. Again, people like you do not have the intellectual capacity to hold conversations like this, because in a minute you're going to reduce this down to genitalia, and then we're going to have to shift it somewhere else, because obviously
No, in
people
a minute,
like you, that's where they go, right?
In a minute, what I'm going to do is correct something you said. When
You said genitalia. People like you, that's where they go, right? Correct. This dude is severely mentally ill. Severely.
you said that the rapes that have occurred in these bathrooms are cis men.
White cis men, I should say, actually.
That isn't true. Loudoun County, 2021, the big case that actually ended up flipping the state was because there was a boy who wore a skirt, went into the girl's bathroom and raped a girl in a particularly hideous way. And you know what happened? Hold on, don't cut me off. You said you wouldn't.
A cis boy. It was not a trans woman. All y'all do is go back to cis boys. You're always talking about cis boys. I don't understand the fascination with trans bodies and what's happening in the bathroom. It is mostly happening.
I think you're filibustering because you don't want me to tell you what happened in the bathroom.
Filibuster who?
Like, he's just like, he doesn't have any type of fucking argument. You can't even have an argument for this conversation for what he's saying. So he just thinks talking over him and demeaning him is the best, like, rebuttal. And it's not. You have no argument, man. You need to go get help. And even if you want to live your life as a woman, go do that. But women's spaces and all this other shit is off limits, man. Y'all had enough of that shit. Like, if you want your own space, go get your own space. But we will not include you in the women ever. It will never happen. But like I said, by all means, you're an adult. Live your life how you want. Nobody cares. I have respect for people who live their truth. But we're not doing that shit when it comes to the kids, and we're not flipping society for you. Sorry.
Me. I think you're filibustering
child,
me.
no.
I think that you're distracting from the fact that a boy wearing a skirt in a girl's bathroom raped a girl.
But not a trans woman.
Well, there's no such thing as a trans woman.
Oh, yes, it is. You're looking at one right now.
I'm looking at.
You're looking at me
I'm
right
looking
now.
at
with lived experience.
I'm looking
with
at
lived experience. You are looking at a trans woman who has been transitioning for over 20 years, who has lived experience.
Yes.
You're talking to an activist here.
But your identity is not grounded in reality.
You're talking to somebody that's extreme. Oh, I am reality.
I'm not really talking to anyone because you keep talking over me.
In your head, I'm not, but I am in reality.
Yeah.
I'm here in front of you right now talking to you.
You're confused about your identity.
No, you are confused at the fact that you don't really have any talking points right now because
Then why aren't you letting me speak?
You really don't.
If I have nothing to say, why aren't you letting me speak?
Put me on your show. How about that?
Then it would become your show, I think.
Oh yeah, I should have a show. I should have a show.
In 2018, there were 2 rapes in bathrooms, and one in Wisconsin, one in Georgia.
From men,
also because of the transgender identity.
But say it, cis men.
If you're going to describe
there's no sucking. Oh God, this shit is fucking up my words. Like, there's no such thing as a trans woman, and there is no such thing as a cis man. Like, the fuck is a cis man? It's just a man.
A boy who wears a skirt and goes into a girl's bathroom as a cis man. No, I didn't.
No, you are. This is the example that you run to. Past that, you have nothing.
I've just given you 3 examples.
Nothing.
I've given you 3 examples in recent years.
You don't. You've been struggling this entire time.
He's been struggling this entire time. This dude is severely mentally ill. It's sickening. And then after he states facts about reality of life, he says he has nothing. Wow. Like, this is actually one of the scariest things I've ever fucking watched in my life. Worse than any movie.
Have I?
Yeah, you have.
I think
I love
the
it.
trans lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Bye. Goodbye.
Perhaps I'll see you on my show.
Yes, invite me.
Yeah.
Get my email. Tell your people to get my email address. How about
Sure,
that?
yeah.
Good job.
Wow. And the people that's clapping for him is just as crazy. God, pray for these people, man. Nasty work. Well, y'all seen it like I seen it. At one point, then we cross over to the alternate timeline. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here, guys. I've seen it like I seen it. I'm out.